not gonna watch this.
Oh, this is so wonderful because like when your assets are tied to your company and your company's performance, Mark Zuckerberg literally lost $7 billion in a matter of a few hours when Facebook just went down. Whistleblower comes out, gives all this information that Facebook is here. Here's the TLDR before we get into it. One, whistleblower comes out, finds information that Facebook is purposely ignoring and refusing to admit to investors that if they were to crack down on the misinformation, that would be devastating for their bottom line. Two, they're also saying, or she's also saying that like Instagram, for example, is actually really bad for the mental health of young teenagers. This is like Facebook's own internal investigations. And she is refusing to she brings this up. They don't give a fuck. Their business model is just fraught with fraud, and fraudulent activity.
Facebook has owns Instagram, right? No wonder I hate using both. No wonder I hate using both websites.
So, you know, she takes this information to the federal authorities and she takes this information to the media. Boom, dude. All of a sudden, Facebook not looking too great. And then to pile on top of that, Facebook.
One question real quick about that in terms of the God thing. Sir. Yeah. Tristan, do you believe that God knows all things?
Yeah, absolutely. God is omniscient.
Does God know what it feels like to take a dick in the ass?
I mean, just again proving how demonic and
I'm just curious because you said God has knowledge of all things, right? Does
this? I mean, again, complete disgust, complete disgusting blasphemy coming, and it's not surprising.
Can I ask one?
Instagram and WhatsApp all go down. Now, we don't know what the extent of this fucking outage is, but we know that employees and their badges aren't even fucking working right now. Like, they can't even have access to facilities. So, shit is popping the fuck off currently. Instagram's not working. Facebook's not working. WhatsApp's not working. Everything that's connected to Facebook is not working as it stands. And it's global, too. And it's fucking awesome. It's absolutely awesome. I'm sorry, but it is wonderful. It's a wonderful thing. I don't know how fucking real this is. Like, I don't know what any of this shit means.
Was he saying the same thing about the whistleblower when it comes to his fucking, the amount of money he makes, his income? Was he saying the same thing about that whistleblower? I'm memeing.
Here's Andre explaining. He says, to get a sense of how damaging this is, imagine a large shopping mall and all the roads leading to it were instantly replaced with soil and vegetation as if they never existed to begin with. Is that a terrible analogy? Really? I mean, I have some fucking IT Andes in here, CompSci Andes. I don't know. I don't understand it. It looks like this was a BGP update to their routing infrastructure that went poorly. The engineers that manage the devices don't have physical access to the devices they managed. This is exacerbated by WhatsApp being their internal messaging system and being offline. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. Aren't you supposed to not get high off your own supply, dude? Facebook is not going anywhere, from what I understand. It's just that the roads to Facebook are currently gone, and they have to figure out a way to recreate those roads. As long as there's like some kind of backup, they should be able to do that, right? Confirm the DNS records that tell systems how to find Facebook.com or Instagram.com got withdrawn this morning from the global routing tables. Can you imagine working at Facebook right now when your email no longer works? All your internal Facebook-based tools fail. We don't know why this change was made. It could well have been the result of an internal system-wide change or update that went awry. It's all speculation at this point. Why? Facebook alone is in control over its DNS records. To be more precise, and Geek Factor 5, the BGP routes serving Facebook's authoritative DNS were withdrawn, rendering all Facebook domains inaccessible. That's per Doug Midori, who knows a few things about BGP/DNS. Let's talk about the fucking Facebook whistleblower, and then this will perfectly tie into the Facebook outage, which are, as far as we know, unrelated to one another, but Facebook is down currently.
Is Francis Haugen. That is a fact that Facebook...
What is that?
Yes, the whistleblower will be sued into oblivion by Facebook, 100%. Going to the federal authorities is one thing, and they would try to punish you, but going to the media with, like...
I don't know, it was pissing me off, the fact that his camera was slightly blurry.
Like, proprietary and classified information... the American government will not defend you on that. There's like SEC whistleblower protections, light whistleblower protections. Just take that with a grain of salt. We don't actually care about whistleblowers in this country. We fucking murder them, or we fucking, I mean, look at Julian Assange. Look at fucking Edward Snowden. Look at Chelsea Manning, friend of the show. We literally torture whistleblowers in this country. Facebook will do everything it can to just fucking destroy this person's life. Serious question. What's gonna happen when like they fucking figure out the DNS problem and the roads are leading back to Facebook, and then when we arrive at Facebook, all of a sudden it's like a lot of this information has been deleted. Surprisingly, you know, maybe even information that could be used in court currently, or information that was going to be subpoenaed, for example. I mean, there's literally.
Okay.
Let's view what's going on here. How forward Booksmart is about this stuff, so I'll say it on his behalf. How forward Booksmart is about this stuff, so I'll say it on his behalf. Oh no! What is he gonna say? Leaking our fucking... Because it would be conceited for him to say it on his behalf. One time we compared our how forward Booksmart.
Wait.
Oh my!
Dude, I'm sure the pausing is making this worse.
Wait, what does...
Supreme, you can't talk about that shit, bro. You said what happens in the house stays in the house, motherfucker. What is this? What? Let's
wait, what the wait, no, compared?
Is about this stuff, so I'll
What?
say it on his behalf. How forward Booksmart is about this stuff, so I'll...
Oh my, wait, Booksmarts. Did you meet Supreme? Wait, I don't even know if Booksmarts is still here. Did Booksmarts...
Wait, who is streaming? Alright. You're only talking to my chat room because you're on the fucking screen, okay? You know whose stream this is. You are one of the people. What do you mean? They're like, oh, who's streaming? You're one of the people. Whatever. Cringe.
Booksmarts viewers, did he meet Supreme?
I'll say it on his behalf. Oh no!
And Books was bigger. They compared
What
brands.
is he
Brands,
gonna
right.
say?
Oh god. Wait, what were they? What was the actual meme? Wait, why didn't we click watch full video? That is the reason this exists. This is the anti-clip chipping, like, fucking any % speed run is this button right here. Watch full video. What happened?
Really, an ongoing investigation into Facebook at the moment. You know,
Jade doesn't have VIP? Wait, is that true? Oh shit, that is true.
This dropped, and then the Wall Street Journal did the series called The Facebook Files. Facebook stocks dropped 5.5%. What's happening? Wait, won't that end up screwing them over? No, because the investigators that deal with this shit... Dude, here's the issue. Facebook takes advantage. A lot of the big tech companies take advantage of the lack of knowledge that even people like myself demonstrate on how any of this stuff works, right? They literally, no one knows. No one knows how this shit works except for all the fucking nerds in my chat, apparently, right? Like, you think some fucking 89-year-old that's like sitting on one of these committees that's supposed to be looking into Facebook's like malpractice, you think they're gonna know anything? No, they don't understand it. Facebook could literally be like, we investigated ourselves, and yeah, it's just crazy how so much information has just been lost. It's wild. And a lot of that information is already...
Book looked at the context in Supreme's VOD, and then Jade watched the context through VOD. Don't break the chain. Just tell me, dude. What was the... Wait, I have Wicked Supreme in here right now. All right, Wicked Supreme. What were you talking about? What did you say? Supreme, what'd you say? Huh? You know what? Tell me what you said or you're banned. The context is way less interesting. I know it is. I just want to know. How much work Book puts into doing debate reviews. Thank you.
Pretty proprietary too, but more importantly than that, I feel like it's very difficult. It's like very difficult to figure all this stuff out. This is literally every capitalist company. Like, this argument could be extended to DuPont Chemical literally fucking not properly taking care of its toxic waste, or even using like Teflon that poisons people and gives its workers and also others cancer. It can be deployed for Monsanto. It can be deployed for ExxonMobil knowingly polluting the planet, even though back in 1985 they figured out that they were contributing to anthropogenic climate change. This is literally every single fucking company. Every single one of them does this shit. Every single one. This itself is also kind of fucked because, like, the punitive measures of Facebook don't come from participating in genocide and facilitating genocide
or for being broke. It's really funny.
Why would I? Why would I do that? What? Why in the fuck would I do that?
Know the baby's history. He's a wild guy. He once shot a and killed him in Walmart. Oh, this is true. Google it. The baby shot and killed a in Walmart in North Carolina. Nothing bad happened to his career.
Okay, the difference here, I mean, it's a joke, right? Like, he's saying that this dude killed someone and he's getting more criticism for fucking... This dude killed someone and he's getting more criticism for, you know, his homophobic takes. Okay, except... the baby actually justifiably killed someone in self-defense. Someone who pulled up to him at a fucking Walmart in North Carolina.
No, you got a link.
And you know, threatened him at gunpoint. Him and his family. If you think that the American government or the police force of North Carolina is going to let a black man, specifically a rapper, get away with murdering someone, you're out of your mind. He was with his family. Like,
that's usually why you, or at least to my knowledge, is usually why you get other people to do it. Like, who is it? Quando Rondo, I think, did it. Excuse me. Allegedly.
It was unfortunate, but it was definitely, you know, a justifiable act of violence.
Yeah, King Von was making music, like, real though. Like, they were definitely, you know, up there, and it's just done. You're gone.
See where I'm going with this? In our country, you can shoot and kill a but you better not hurt a gay person's feelings.
It also was not like making that comparison is kind of wild to me. I find that to be strange because, like I said,
I don't think this gets at the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, because the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, the controversy was whether or not it was over self-defense, if I'm being good faith to, like, Hasan. I think if Hasan agreed it was self-defense, then he has no argument. The whole disagreement against everybody who was thought Kyle Rittenhouse just, like, murdered fucking people, like 3 people or whatever, was that it wasn't in self-defense. That's their whole argument, that it was just murder. So yeah.
one is literally self-defense.
Huh?
Keep fucking hating your life then, working class Andy.
Wait, what?
Keep fucking hating.
What does this mean? Jesus Christ. For somebody that hates debates, he really likes shitting on people in his chat room. Let's see, what is this? You gotta understand the criticism, right? It might be unwarranted in your opinion, but you are in the 0.1%, so there's that. Somebody get me an actual fucking timestamp to this, because I want to hear him cope and say, I'm not in the 0.1%. Those are like people that make or have hundreds of billions or tens of billions of dollars. He's in the 0.1%. We looked at the numbers for income. Right? He's in the 0.1% for income. He's closer to like 0.8, 0.9%. 0.08 or 0.09%. So he's in the fraction of a percent.
Keep fucking hating your life then, working class Andy.
I hope you understand these jokes are insensitive to actually impoverished. You claim to be a socialist, but you can't understand the plights of the real working class, bro. Nice.
Keep fucking hating,
sub, dude.
And definitely justifiable. The other one is not just like hurting a gay person's feelings, but
he starts coping here at 1450. I'm not sure he will. Okay, just a little tip. I'm gonna put you down on a list. You ever link me a VOD that isn't timestamped again, you're gone. All right. Okay, 1450. because I have to scrub like we're in the Stone Age. Okay, cool.
Start.
What do you
by
mean?
saying-
Wait, do you not know what timestamping a VOD is?
That there was a fucking data breach.
Okay, PSA for any of you fucking boomers that weirdly enough happen to be mid-20s or like early 30-year-old people that don't know how to use technology that are LARPing as boomers. You click this fucking cog, copy URL, video URL at timestamp. That's it. Then it instantly copies it to your clipboard. You just click over here, Control V, boom. Ooh, crazy.
It's probably a breach of contract by Twitch too. I don't know how the fuck this works. Now, of course, for most of the content creators that you are seeing with like how much their earnings are, which immediately was made into this like wonderful little list so you can take a look at it. Except for this unknown person. I don't know what the fuck's going on. That might be like Dr. Disrespect or something. I don't know what that is.
All right, he's showing it Twitch, not me.
But this is nothing. Like for me, this is pretty much all of the revenue because all of my revenue comes from subscription and like the Twitch payouts. For most people, they also have ad deals, sponsors.
He has an ad deal. He's straight up lying here.
Merchandise and numerous other ways that they make money. So it's even more money.
Probably about 200K view YouTube vids 7 days a week. Nah, to be fair, I think he posts like 3 days a week. He's making at least the money Destiny is, and Destiny's making fat money. $40,000 to $50,000 a month off of YouTube. Hasan is making at least that because Hasan posts at a similar frequency but with higher numbers, about 60% more views, 50% more views on his YouTube channel. So he's probably making ludicrous money. So I don't know why he's acting like this isn't
than the
case.
way that you see over here.
He's like, all of my money comes from this. Dude, literally, if what Destiny said is accurate, 25% of your cash comes from YouTube. Like, you're making 25% more money on YouTube than what you're making on, 25% on top of what you make of Twitch. So what he makes on Twitch, 25% of that is what he makes on YouTube. I'm saying this in a really shitty way.
Significantly higher amounts of money. No, it's not because of I'm a brand risk. I literally did a fucking hashtag ad last night for Far Cry. Suck my dick. It's because I usually, in like 98% of circumstances, say no to ad deals if I don't think it's a good fit.
To be fair to Hasan, I don't want to just be shitting on Hasan just to shit on him. I want to make sure my shit is accurate. I don't see him doing a crazy amount of ad deals. I think he does less ad deals than I think most people do. That is true.
The difference. Your Twitch contract covers more though, you weasel? What do you mean? Oh, this is my favorite thing.
You're wrong.
Where people that think I am not being transparent when I literally have my fucking subscription count up there and unironically tell you about everything.
No, he doesn't. Wait, dude, he's literally... This chatter is right. He says that he doesn't have an ad deal. He does. He has an ad deal. I don't know why he's like perfectly comfortable with lying. He doesn't have to run an ad every hour. That was an optional thing that Twitch came forward to him about and was like, yo, you make a lot of fucking money doing this. We want what they probably say is, hey, we're looking for a lot of our larger content creators to sign on to this program. You know, we essentially trying to say, hey, you better sign on to this program. That's probably what happened and what have you. But he gets a significant amount of money for it, one. And two, it's optional. They weren't going to fire him from Twitch if he chose to not take that deal. Right? They were never going to do that. They're not going to go, hey, Hasanabi, one of our largest content creators, sign this deal or you're fired. No. And if he claims that, show proof. No shot. I would bet everything that I have, and I will hand to God everything that I have. I bet it, okay? My honor and dignity, okay? That didn't happen. No shot that happened.
think I am not being transparent when I literally have my fucking subscription count up there and unironically tell you about everything. Everything. All the fucking time, perhaps too much. But of course, I got fucking 9-month subscribers who are literally fucking turning around and telling me...
Good.
They know better.
Good.
It's my favorite thing.
I don't
That
wanna...
revenue number right there is from 2019 until now. This is the total earnings. I don't know if this is the total earnings as in like gross revenue or how much Twitch streamers get back.
What do you mean gross revenue? Wait, what is he referencing when he's talking about gross revenue? Twitch isn't responsible for doing your taxes, bro. What does he mean gross revenue? Who is Critical Role? D&D Group. Pretty poggers.
The existence of the grossly...
Before Twitch cut? Like, wait, before the split? Is that what he's trying? Is he trying to make the claim that this is before like 50-50 splits? Is that what he's trying to say? Maybe Hasan is just in his own head. He thinks if Twitch pays the ad revenue, he's not getting ad revenue, just Twitch revenue. You can't give him that good grace because he says other people have ad deals. Other streamers have ad deals. He doesn't have an ad deal. He thinks because his optional ad deal, so that way he can make a fuck ton more money, is literally... He thinks because that ad deal, he went with like the lowest amount of ads per hour, presumably. I'll take his word for it. While still being in the deal, that means he didn't take an ad deal. Like, what? That's not how it works. You took an ad deal. You just picked the lowest amount of money that you could make from that ad deal. You could have chosen not to take the ad deal, but you chose to take the deal.
Affluent is a moral obscenity, and our economic system inevitably leads to oppressive and exploitative power hierarchies. Redistribution is the only ethical option.
Oh, yeah, I should rename my title.
But now that I think about it a little more clearly, is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? I think I heard that in a video game once. And you know, I did earn this fair and square. I mean, I'm advocating for an important cause, doing important things, and that makes me an important person. And important people need important resources so they can continue doing important things and advocating for important causes. What do you want? That I should starve? You want me to starve, don't you?
Wait, did they literally just rip Hasan's Twitter for all of these lines? What the fuck? I think they actually just ripped his Twitter, dude. Holy shit, dude. I actually think they just ripped his Twitter. Like, socialism is when you don't eat. Socialism is when you don't have a house, dude. I deserve this money, dude. I earned it. Dude, I put out content, man. So I deserve all this, man. That's crazy.
Okay.
Rich get richer.
You should lead by example. If you're making $3 million, but the chat is the bulk of the labor in this arrangement, then chat deserves a percentage of your income. Fear us as we unionize. Yeah, unionize, dude. Please.
I also don't like this line of dialogue that he goes down. I'm not sure if he's going to go down it here, where he talks about, yeah, that's why I say tax me more. You know who else says that? Bill Gates. What's the difference between you and Bill Gates? Well, actually, unironically, Bill Gates does more direct action for people, unironically. But, you know, what's the difference between you and, like, a multi-billionaire, you know? Like, every single, like, billion... I could probably find Jeff Bezos saying, tax me more. Maybe not. Tax me more.
Bill Gates compared to Hasan doesn't get 3 million from Twitch.
Oh yeah, sorry. I know that they want higher taxes for shit. Amazon's founder CEO endorses President Joe Biden's tax hike for paying for the overwhelming infrastructure on his similar class brackets. Jeff Bezos endorses higher corporate taxes. I mean, there you go. Hasan and Jeff Bezos are the same, all right? Jeff Bezos, says that he wants higher taxes. Wow. Woo! Socialism.
How many tier 2s and 3s you have, though? I don't fucking know. But...
Sorry, he doesn't know, but to be transparent, he can check right instantly. Any streamer can check instantly how many tier 2, tier 3, and tier 1 subs they have. He could check literally, he could check within 30 seconds. Right now, he can check within 30 seconds.
We all know you and Cinema are in the big pharma's back pocket, just admit it. Yes. So...
Show us? I don't think I can. I don't think it's TOS.
Vice article including comments from a former...
I don't know what's TOS say. You can't show some of the things about your income, some other things of your income. I know you can't show your, split and shit, but...
Security engineer at Twitch. The Twitch hack is worse for streamers than for...
Isn't all this accepting of higher taxes just an optic trick because they don't have any say if it happened or not by saying they just farm social points? Yeah, I mean, that's what Hasan is doing. Yeah, that's what all these rich people do. They're like, tax me more, but they do absolutely nothing to actually affect change to tax them more. It's exactly what Hasan is doing. I really want to get that MSNBC fucking video or whatever, where Hasan, if somebody can find it, it's like Hasan B, and it's like MSNBC, I don't know. I don't remember what exactly the shit was, but it was about, MSNBC wanting higher taxes. Was it in Reacts? Sorry, I put an extra space there. I don't know. I don't remember. He was going over a video from MSNBC talking about how how MSNBC wants to tax billionaires more, and he's trying to say yeah, you're not going to get any money taxing, or you're not going to get money taxing people like me even. You're going to get real money taxing the billionaires, which just actually isn't true. And we ran over how that doesn't work yesterday, but we should do it for the semblance of fairness.
Twitch. The leak of the source code and some internal security files does not expose sensitive data, according to a former Twitch employee. The leaker said it's part one of the leak, but did not say what else might be coming. The leak posted on 4chan included source code, internal tools, and crucially, spreadsheets that detail how much money every streamer on the platform, including Twitch's biggest stars, make. Motherboard has begun to analyze some of the files within a breach and has spoken to a former member of Twitch's security team who believes that the stolen source code and scripts are not devastatingly sensitive. Of course, no one gives a fuck about that. Streamer revenue data and any potential personal information about streamers that could come in future parts of the leak. That part is fucking terrifying. That part is terrifying. Of course, no one gives a fuck about that. No one cares. People are gonna literally... I don't know what kind of information has been
I don't think that it's that nobody cares. I don't know, it's just really weird. My biggest issue with his defense was he said, I want to maximize my output, which is literally no different from Bezos.
Remember, chat, change your passwords and don't use the same password to other stuff.
True. 100% true. In base. This is just for general shit. But anyway, what Hasan is saying, or what Hasan is doing, is the exact pipeline that all rich people go down, which is you don't imagine that you'll ever have enough money, and if you do have a bunch of money, you're going to be the super virtuous guy. You're going to be able to pay your editor a fair wage. He said, as he said 2.5 years ago, he's going to set up a co-op for his YouTube channel. Fell on that. 2.5 years later, is now in talks about maybe starting a rev share. Maybe he's alluding to a rev share. I'm not sure if he confirmed anything like this. Is this the exact pipeline, right, that everybody goes down? Oh, well, it's my $3 million mansion. It'll be my $3 million jet. It'll be my, $10 million private island. This is the pipeline, right? And they're going to all try and justify it to whatever it means. This is the pipeline. I fully expect this to happen. This is what happens to rich people. I think the best thing we can do, learn lessons, figure out how to identify when people are going down this pipeline again, and try and be able to make people understand when they're going down it. The only problem is they're heavily financially incentivized to ignore you.
Elected I don't know what I'm gonna need to fucking do to protect myself even further, especially whenever I have like some.
He can't reconcile the fact that he makes millions with the criticism of wealth inequality and doesn't want to concede that his views on wealth inequality have changed now that he is wealthy, so he resorts to playing this deceptive game with his viewers. Exactly. And I genuinely would not care that much if he just said, I am perfectly fine with this. I'm just going to live a rock star lifestyle and shit like that. You know, just going to do my shit, live my life the way I want to live it. You know, Wicked Supreme said it right in the tweet. Like, just say fuck it, dude. I don't really care about affecting the, you know, political change that I once said that I did. All I care about is just making money. And maybe he could even say, speaking about socialism, he could say that. I'm not going to shit on him for that, but...
sort of you know, controversy like this go out and pop off, I get fucking threatened, my family gets threatened, you know, shit is going to be way worse most likely. This leaker has huge LSF Andy energy. Yeah,
I don't know, man. Just sucks. And it's not even so much about him, it's just about the complacency of people to like let this happen. Like, you're literally just falling for a scam, and that's really depressing. Seeing everybody like fall for a scam as a dude just cons his way through all of Twitch politics. That's a sad bit. Like seeing his chat go from like people that actually want to do mutual
that's like
aid
actually
and shit
terrifying.
like that
Twitch has
like Mike from PA's community, which is fuck it, dude. If you're making a bunch of money, you don't have to do anything. All you need to do, Hasan, is just talk about socialism online, and then all they think that they need to do to be a good political actor is tweet and then move on. He just is perpetuating the Bernie Sanders energy, and what I mean by that is like the group of people, the young people that went up to like Bernie Sanders rallies, these crazy large like rallies and shit like that, just to hang out with friends and then never show up to the voting booths. He's just promoting slacktivism. Why go and vote? You know, we're Bernie or bust. Why would we go and vote? Why would you vote in the general election? He was Bernie or bust. Unironically, he was Bernie or bust. Why would you fucking vote in the general election? All right? If Bernie wasn't there, who cares? Like, he has no political advocacy of any kind when it comes to real world shit, and it's just really fucking sad, right? Anybody watching him thinks that all you need to do to be a good political actor is not say the N-word. You don't have to vote. You don't have to do any mutual aid. You don't have to help anybody. You just have to not say the N-word, and then you're a socialist. It's so cringe.
Confirmed the breach in a tweet. Our teams are working with urgency to understand the extent of all this. The company wrote, we will update the community.
He was pro-Biden after people bullied him into being pro-Biden. He was only pro-Biden after people bullied him to kingdom coming back to be pro-Biden.
As soon as additional information.
I do not give this man any credit for switching his vote or switching his advocacy at the last moment. I do not give him any credit whatsoever.
Is available. I'll be very surprised if more comes from this, to be honest, but yeah, you are right to worry about the possibility until Twitch does an investigation and figures out who accessed what and when. So that's like the actual fucking big fear here, is that like your personal, I saw the 4chan post and a lot of messages were for you. Am I shocked that this was a hacker that regularly visits 4chan and that they have a fucking anger?
He wasn't Bernie or bust. I was there for that arc. He voted Bernie and Hillary. Dude. Maybe I need to explain myself a little bit more carefully. He was Bernie or bust for the vast majority of the primary and general election. At the last moment, he got bullied, literally bullied and publicly humiliated enough to go vote for Biden and tell people within the last like couple weeks to go vote for Biden. He was not pro-Biden at all, and in fact shit on people who were pro-Biden for quite a bit of time until he got bullied into not being Bernie or bust. He did the same exact thing that Mike from PA did.
Boner towards someone like myself.
And I also remember this explicitly because thank God for my Twitch chat reminding me that Vosh was the only large leftist online that wasn't Bernie or bust. He was the only one. He was like, yeah, Bernie's out. Biden time. Let's go, baby. Biden #1 day. Yo, malarkey crew. And that's what he was like. You know, he didn't cope. You know, he had his moment where,
I have never said the N-word.
and then he
Thank
moved
you,
on.
redact.dev. I will be running for president. All I need is 1 mil subs. Here is my Patreon link. MRM pep laugh.
True.
No, I am not shocked by that
This
at
is
all.
a reach. I am. Okay, wait. How? Are we forgetting Kamala Harris? What about Kamala Harris? Like, are you telling, like, chat, like, are we forgetting that, or what do you mean? Is RTBA just terminology online? I see them in the, as the mod for every decently sized left-wing Twitch political person. No, they're a literal person. He's literally a mod in Hasan's chat as well. For what I've seen, that they had an insert capabilities into production database. If I was them, I would just set up port knocking and just wait. I don't, that's above my scope of understanding for computers. I'm just gonna be honest.
That is not even remotely shocking to me. Asmon, thanks you for being here. What?
I like the transparency to hold LARPers like Hasan accountable.
Subbing until you're #1 Has.
Accountable for what? People giving him money? Like,
I literally have my fucking subscription count up there on the top of the corner. I am more transparent with this community, perhaps more than I should be. In a lot of instances, that transparency bites me the fucking ass because dumbass parasocial dipshits think they know better about my situation than I do.
Ahrelevant
and will literally be
us.
like, actually, you're not doing a great thing. Fuck you, whatever. But even then, I literally, I have everything. This is not surprising to many of you who have been in this community for a very long time because I've had my fucking subscription count up there for years for this particular fucking reason. To be like, look, I'm a fucking leftist.
And yet he lies about his ad deals.
I'm a fucking leftist.
Curious.
And I make a lot of fucking money from subscriptions for content that is literally free. Not only is it free, but the IP itself is fucking free for other people to literally fucking take and use, as long as it's not disparaging of me and as long as it's not like violating other content creators and what they want to do with their own IP because I'm like reacting to shit. There are entire industries called the Hasanabi Clips Complex that makes a killing by just taking these clips from the stream where I'm streaming 8 fucking hours a day to 10 hours a day.
Chronic pain and stressful schoolwork.
Before the primary was over, Hasan was
and guess what? Ultimately, I generate money for Twitch. That's how it works.
Pro Biden mostly because he knew
they take a percentage of that because they host the servers.
Not sure how fast you want him to endorse Biden. Okay, we could go through it if you'd like, but you're wrong. We could go through that if you'd like.
Sit. Show your text when people are funny. Yeah, dude. Yo, let me just give you guys my social security number while I'm at that too.
Is he trying to say he doesn't make over 3 million? No, not right here. I don't think right here he's made any reference to the 3 million number.
Psychotic, idiotic fucking take, dude.
Yeah, I don't know why he's saying like he's such a socialist because he gives other people access to post his clips.
It was all a plot by racist 4chan trolls to defeat communism.
Anyway,
and
let's watch this.
What is it? What accountable for what? Like he's got his sub count on the screen. I don't know what it is about Hasan, but I actually really appreciate Hasan because a lot of the three-head arguments, like Hasan is like a tanking them for me. Because a lot of those people used to be mad about me and use those arguments against me. Then Hasan came on the platform, and now they're over in his chat donating fucking broken logic gotcha questions back to him, and I don't have to deal with it anymore. It's great. Thanks, Hasan.
They're capitalists. It makes sense. They're all capitalists, all right? And they're not even like sock dems either, all right? He's not a sock dem either. Of course, I would expect this kind of response. Yeah, Hasan doesn't have to give away all of his money. That's really weird that you would... Obviously, they're going to give this take. Like, he's like, oh yeah, dude, here are other streamers that agree with me. Dude, they're not socialists. They're not people that, like, are politically active either. They're literally people. You're doing a New World streamer. You took like one of the top New World streamers was like, hey, look, this guy fucking agrees with me. Like, what? What the fuck? Okay, dude, is that your badge of honor? Like, oh yeah, look at this guy who has politics that fall perfectly in line with literally Asmon's politics falls perfectly in line with him being a trillionaire, and him not having to share a penny of it. Same with Pokimane. Same with Ludwig. All these people have politics. All the people that defend him have politics that allow them to be trillionaires. And he's like, look, these people agree with me. Of course they're gonna agree with you. What?
That's the thing, like, and that's where this meme comes from, which is that, like, Twitter finding out streamers make money, Hasan, other millionaire streamers. Like, I am the fucking vector of all the hatred. I am the place that you can direct all this anger towards.
Why do you think he's... I don't know. He's just... This is really weird.
And by the way, I get the fucking anger. Not only that, but I will talk about the other side of the situation as well. But, like, that's it. Everybody's like, oh man,
sympathize with Hasan because they see him as themselves, which is the problem. Hasan is literally indistinguishable from large streamers, probably.
And it's fucking
Probably
this guy
why,
fucking claims he's a leftist, like blah 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 blah, and now everybody fucking will turn around and shit on me as they have already. Like when it was first popping off, like you don't see fucking Asmongold trending on Twitter.
To be honest, can somebody point out to me when Asmon was ever trending because he was making so much money being a hypocrite? I don't think this was ever really happening on a widespread scale. I've seen threads talk about how much money he makes and like, whoa, dude, that's fucking crazy. But I've never seen somebody be like, whoa, you make so much money, you need to donate it all away.
You don't see Ludwig trending on Twitter. It's Hasan.
Why do you think that is?
Oh my God, streamers make money. Oh my God, Hasan. Why did you say you made less than Nick at Shit Camp? I mean, I don't know. But most of the people that are on that list don't make the bulk of their money from fucking, don't make the bulk of their money from subscription and ad revenue, dude.
Resubbing because I know money's tight.
You used to bait with a sub goal before you're pressured to remove the goal, you hypocrite. That's literally not true. You are making shit up. Every time I've had a sub goal, it's been a fucking meme, dude. Every single fucking time.
For my favorite.
And I was never pressured to take it off.
Don't understand. We shit on Hasan because attacks the same class of people he is part of. Asmon stated 3 years ago that he is leaning right while Hasan claims to be a socialist while acting like a capitalist. That is the problem.
Wasn't it when Dark Viper AU made videos on Asmongold? I actually don't know. If there's any evidence of that, let me see it. I haven't seen it. I've seen nobody. I have never in my entire life seen streamers get widespread, especially nowhere near what Hasan is getting, for obvious reasons, and not for the reasons Hasan wants you to believe. I've never seen anybody, any large streamer, get widespread hate like Hasan does for how much money they make, and not giving it away. I've seen people get widespread hate for how much money they make, like, whoa, dude, I can't believe Pokimane makes this much money. That's it. Not, I can't believe that Pokimane makes this much money isn't giving it away or isn't doing anything politically expedient with it or anything like that. I haven't seen that in my entire life. He takes arguments about how he could donate more money and strawmans them into absurdity. Well, that's how he keeps his money. Can't a socialist participate in society by having a multi-million-dollar mansion, paying porn star escorts, and buying designer clothes? Yeah, sure. I just don't want them to act like they're... I just don't want them to shit on people that are giving them criticism. Like, the criticism is deserved, then. You just wear that shit on your chest. Just be like, yep, that's what I'm doing. Move on. All of this criticism, all these tweets, just be like, yep, cool. I don't care. That's all I would say. Don't be like, oh, you guys have no point. They have a point. You're being, like, exactly the kind of person everybody thought would be a meme once, like, socialists get a bunch of money, you know, go the full-blown, I need to maximize my position in capitalism because I, as a single person, cannot affect political change. It's like, okay, whatever.
Successfully moved. Now, the reason why I love the successfully moved the goalpost. Now, the reason why I love this story is because, like, there are
Hassan
obviously a
trying
lot of
to
people who
minimize how
love
much
the
money he
streamers
makes while
that are
Redacted
in
does
this
the
fucking
opposite
leak,
kick.
right? There's a lot of people, and it's on LSF. There's a lot of people that are mad. There's a lot of people that are, you know, memeing about it already.
Pepe 13.
No, Mike.
Hassan is just a DGG spy trying to retcon socialism as ultra-capitalism.
Mike is just trying to, like, get on a virtue signal right now. That's what he's trying to do. Like, what is it? Let me check the Destiny tweet. Let me take a look. I want to show you Destiny's tweet. Here it is. It's funny as fuck. My brother showed me it. I just want to pay my student loans and have a place to live. June 2021. God damn, that's a pretty nice place to live, bruh. Yo, those student loans are really racking it up,
those two
bro.
people are actually giving Mike from Par more than 14k.
Like, that's crazy. That's a lot of student loans, bro. That's a lot of student loans. That's a lot of money.
Fucking argument. I think it was like a Destiny post or something that was like, I love
Was
Pokimane.
Destiny's
Like, I
friends,
really,
though? Oh, yeah, you're right.
My respect for Pokimane grew a lot. And it's like, why? Because she doesn't generate as much revenue. So I clicked on this. I didn't watch the clip yet, but I was looking at like what was going on in the chat. Okay. So the very same motherfuckers who are like, yo, fuck this Hasan guy, he's such a piece of shit, are literally like, big respect to Tyler 1. He hasn't been a top dog in the law section for that long compared to people like Cutie Pie. Tyler 1 stopped taking donations.
So 100 of his actions are
some people
extremely
are insane.
selfish
They go
on the
through
platform. He doesn't highlight small political streamers on the left at all. He cut off the top of the pyramid and it's a spaceship and it's going to the fucking moon and he doesn't want anyone there with him.
Streamlabs to donate. Like,
that's a good meme.
He doesn't do sponsored streams. Like, people are literally saying, people are celebrating some of the other content creators, which, by the way, they deserve celebration and praise.
How Pog is the
But,
new
like,
podcast I need to
people
watch
are
it still by
celebrating.
Why, dude? He is such a fucking idiot. What an absolute fucking moron. He's like, they're celebrating other content creators, but they're shitting on me. Because you're a socialist. You are so incredibly dumb. You're not as important as you think you are, Hasan, okay? You're not as important as you think you are. It's not because you're this special, unique. It's literally because you are somebody who is actively producing content and saying things and espousing things that are hypocritical to what you are currently doing. That is the reason why. It's not because you're this Christ-like figure taking all the shots for people unjustly or anything like he's trying to fucking portray. All right? The reason why they're not going after Train or NMP, well, and they kind of did go after Train because of his gambling shit, but or NMP, or Soda Poppin', or Forsen, or any of these people, or Critical Role, is because they're not fucking political Andes who talk about socialism.
Other content creators.
I want to be clear. Socialism isn't contradictory to the position that he has. It's that he has his brand of socialism is. The things that he has said, the positions that he's held in regards to multimillionaires and billionaires has been contradictory.
For doing shit that I've been doing already.
For him to be rich,
like,
if he didn't,
donos are always off on my fucking stream. I yell at you for donating. I turn off fucking TTS.
No, I don't think it would be. If he was advocating for socialism but didn't consistently shit on rich people and shit like that, and demonize them for literally just existing with a bunch of money and saying that they need to spend every penny and dime on like political advocacy for them to be taxed more, then he would absolutely be in the clear. No, I wouldn't care, logically at least.
The only reason why I have it on is because it's fun. It's not like it's a fucking big revenue earner for me.
Is his donos off or not? I believe his donos are not off.
Okay.
I don't know though.
I rarely ever fucking
like
do sponsor streams. I did one last night. I don't know when the last time I fucking did a sponsor stream was. Since then,
167 likes.
Wait,
Hasan is trending with 37,000 tweets, but the Twitch leak has 2.4. What?
Honestly, the funniest thing about this is
Why are
Hasan
people
money
so
situation
angry
is
at
he makes way
Hasan?
more than Destiny, but Destiny's the only one who
I
went
wonder
out
why.
and actually funded a political campaign. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, Hasan makes like 10 times more than Destiny, and he can't be fucked. Probably like 5 times more than Destiny, and he can't be fucked to do any actual real-world political action, and Destiny did. And fucking Hasan's response to, like, whenever somebody says, hey, you should do more charity, is, you guys are gonna shit on me whether I do charity or not. Okay, so maybe just do the charity anyway? That's... so? That statement, what does that statement mean? Like, hey, is that supposed to mean if you didn't shit on me after I did charity, then I would do it? So then it's like, are you only doing the charity to stop people from shitting on you? That's kind of weird, right? That you're doing it all for optics. Or is it just like a cover so that way you can actually, in reality, just go, hey, you guys are going to shit on me anyway, so fuck you guys. I'm going to just do me. And by that, I mean absolutely nothing. Like, okay, if people are going to shit on you no matter what, why not just do the charity? It's because he doesn't want to. That's just it. The buck stops with him. It's because he doesn't want to.
Wonder why so many people are mad at me. That's so strange. What a strange situation. Why are people so mad at me? I wonder what it is, because it's fucking insanity, dude. That's it.
Keep it up.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's all.
It's like motherfuckers are like, oh, dude, it's fucking fuck this guy. He makes money. He's successful. I fucking hate that. While still like maintaining his values. Okay,
no, dude.
That's what the fucking frustrating part about this is for a lot of people is like, oh, it's hypocritical. It's like, we just exposed you, dude. We just fucking exposed you for what, dumbass? It's up there. You exposed me for something that's been fucking public information for years.
And gets a cut, pensive face.
And if you get mad, and if you're angry, I understand it. Okay?
Has cock emote prej.
I already had this controversy just on my own before this shit happened. And it was called the Housegate. Hasanabi. Okay? This was literally...
Alright, let me know if anything actually develops with that.
Fucking knowingly, like, harming its consumers, spreading misinformation.
I honestly think he is not bad faith in a grifter. He's clearly pretending to not understand the actual argument. No, I don't think he's clearly... I genuinely think he's an idiot. What is it? Hanlon's razor? Don't attribute anything to malice that could be attributed reasonably to stupidity. I just think he's a fucking moron. I think that this guy is one of the dumbest people on planet Earth. Genuinely. Like, I am not joking. I think if you could rank him in a top percentile for idiots, he'd probably be in the bottom 25%. I think the only thing he learned how to do was, like, LARP about social issues to the best of his ability. And if you go back in time...
Could you bullet point our arguments against Hasan so I get a better image?
Yeah, I could. Give me 1 second. Thank you for the $10. If you go back and you look at Hasan debating, he got clapped in every single last one of his debates. I do not remember one of his debates where he won. I don't remember a single one where he did. He was always so trash. The fucking Kamala Harris conversation, he was saying, never call the cops. If you're a woman being pursued by some dude in an alley, don't call the cops because that guy might be an illegal immigrant and might get deported. Like, this guy is so fucking stupid. But doesn't matter because apparently I guess he's got a good-looking face. All right. Okay, so as for the dono, I'm late. Could you bullet point your arguments against Hasan? Yeah. He lied about how much money he makes when he talked about Tim Pool, or when he watched the Tim Pool video. Tim Pool said that Hasan makes between $3 to $4 million. Hasan makes between $3 to $4 million a year. And then Hasan said, nope, you're overshooting it. He literally just overtly lied and is taking advantage of the fact we can't see all of his income. He's trying to cope hard now that the Twitch leak happened, saying all of my money comes from Twitch subs and shit. Lying again, because we have evidence like Destiny's YouTube channel, which Destiny said he makes between $40,000 to $50,000 a month from his YouTube channel. Hasan has roughly 50% more views per video than Destiny, and posts at a similar frequency, which at the very least would mean that he probably earns the same amount as Destiny. What he probably earns is probably like $60,000 a month, which would push him in well above like the realm of consideration for how much money he makes. But he says like he doesn't make any money from anything besides subs and ads, which is just not correct. He lied again when he said he doesn't have an ad deal. That's a complete lie. He does have an ad deal. What else was he? Oh yeah, and it's just his general rhetoric around being poor. What am I supposed to do? Not buy a house and shit like that? He's trying to act like his rhetoric makes you assume that he makes less money. And part of my evidence for this is even Demon Mama and her fucking small ass brain getting tricked by this as well. Where Demon Mama literally said Hasan is gonna get priced out of LA soon. Like, people are unironically losing the plot. They're falling for it. They're falling for the Toyota Camry. They think because he fucking is in the fucking Camry that, like, oh dude, he's so fucking poor and destitute. No, he's not. This man earns more money in 1 year than you will earn in your entire life. Like, really think about that. Your life, cradle to grave, will be less before taxes than this man makes in 1 year. This man in 1 year makes more money than you will make in your entire life before taxes. He's not even comparable to you as a person. Okay? That's just crazy. But anyway, like, stop coping for this dude. He is not working class. He is far from it. Okay? He is so far from working class, dude. Don't cope for him. We are not the same. We are not the same. Not even close. I don't know how to pronounce your name. You, Joe. I'm gonna just call you Joe. Thank you for the primer. Thank you for the first time subbing your primer. I appreciate that. What's worse, being a moron or smart enough to LARP or grift? I think I morally condemn people who are smart enough to LARP and grift a lot more because they know what they're doing. I truly believe Hasan is just an idiot who doesn't know what he's doing. Until I'm provided a little bit more evidence that he's more intelligent about the shit that, like, he's doing, then yeah. Then maybe my condemnation can go a little bit farther. I just think he's really stupid. So based on my system, he gets away with not being, like, morally condemned as much as like some other people might give him.
Information because it would otherwise.
Do you think you would sell out similarly if you gain the same traction? I don't know. The only thing I hope is that people will actually quote content exactly like what I'm saying to be able to do this. But also, I'm not a socialist. I have no obligation to do any of the shit that, like, he has an obligation to do. I haven't had similar rhetoric about rich people. If billionaires want to keep their wealth, fucking keep it. That's fine. I just think that generally we should tax it as democratic people. That's what we should do. All right? They're maximizing the way that they live inside of society. If I don't like that, I'm going to go to the voting booths. All right? That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to take to Twitter. I'm going to go to the fucking local representatives. I'm going to go to my fucking state representatives. That's what I'm going to fucking do. I'm not going to complain about it on Twitter. All right? That's my perspective. Okay? So even if I was to do this, it wouldn't hit the same notes. But to answer your question precisely, I do not know. All right, I want to be able to do something similar to what Destiny did. I don't think I would be able to. I think I'd probably end up donating if I was going to do something similar to what Destiny did. When it comes to like canvassing, what it seems like Vosh might be trying to do is something that like
I would be the worst
prefer to do.
tanky for 200k. Fuck principles.
Nice meme. No, principles are incredibly important, right? That's the whole point of this meme. Nice meme, though. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's because I know Hasan did say a similar thing. Yeah, I would never sell out when I become richer. Well, look at where we're at right here. Look at what happened. You know who else probably said the same thing? Mike from PA, until he started seeing those numbers go up. Everybody says it. Every single person says, I'm truly convinced. Everybody thinks that they're going to be this moral person. And what happens very simply is it's really hard to lose money. It's really fucking hard. When you see your numbers go up, you just want the numbers to keep going up. You're afraid of a couple things. This is probably what's going through Hasan's mind. Streaming is an incredibly long leg Homo sapien. Thank you for the 21 months and your primer. Holy shit, dude. A lot of months out of that one.
Would you sell out when you become rich?
Let's be honest, who needs
$1
billion to live?
Let's be honest, who needs $1 billion? Well, that's the thing, Pele, right? Unironically, who needs like $6 million to live? Nobody. Right? Nobody needs $6 million to live. Unless you're buying fucking Bugattis and shit like that. And if you're buying Bugattis, you can run out of $1 billion. You can drain $1 billion if you'd like. You could absolutely do that. Trust me. If you have no income, you can run $1 billion into the fucking ground if you do some stupid ass fucking shit. So, like, this is where we get into the fucking weird shit, right? Because I want to stress this also. Because there's people that don't understand how much money Hasan makes, okay? And so I'm going to show you guys what Hasan is capable of doing. Because I truly don't think people conceptualize how much money this guy makes. So here's what we're going to do. All right, initial investment of, let's say, 3 million. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, is this 3 million? 1, 2, 3, yes. All right, 3 million. Monthly contribution, $0. Length of time, let's say 20 years. All right, interest rate. Let's give him a generous 7%.
I have a wife and 5 children. I need $1 trillion with a T to buy Bugattis for all of us.
Nice mean. Oh, sorry, 5%. To compensate for that. Interest rate variance, we're just not going to leave any. Okay. So, Hasan would make, for breathing oxygen and putting $3 million into the market, Hasan would make $150,000 a year. Hasan would have $150,000 a year in spending money if he just put his money into the markets. This is after inflation. This man, after 1 year of working, breathes oxygen and makes 150 grand profit. Doing absolutely nothing, he makes 150 grand profit. This man is not comparable to us in any fathomable way. No fathomable way. I'm so tired of people acting like, oh, well, he's not Bezos. He might as well be to you. He might as well be to you. He makes 3 times more money than you for breathing oxygen with that money in a fucking account. I hate these arguments. He's not Jeff Bezos. He might as well be. This man's a Martian compared to you. This man's a fucking Martian compared to you. Just stop with the weird fucking arguments, man.
Is like, you know, heard its profit motive. But the real fucking crime here in the eyes of the law is knowingly lying to investors, dude. Just think about that, dude. Think about that.
You were technically wrong about Pokemon. What I'd say. Capitalism rewards psychopathic behavior. How was I wrong about this? Wait, I don't disagree with this. I think this is true. Wait, what's wrong with this? Comrade, this is not a like communist take or a socialist take. Exclusively, at least. What's wrong with that? How was I wrong about that? I don't disagree with that. It rewards fucking over people and getting away with it and trying to scam people into thinking that you're a virtuous person when you're not. When you have no intention of giving any money away. When you have no intention of actually being a good person, it rewards you. Citing Mike from PA. I think I missed it, but what would you have wanted him to do? Oh, I think putting together simple measures like directing, even just this simple, directing his community towards ways to be able to help people locally. Let's say maybe by having, even just as simple as having a panel or a command that constantly pops up inside of chat that like directs people, like a DSA direction tunnel that'll direct them towards DSA political action or what have you inside of their local communities, and doing fundraisers, which cost him $0.00 to do, by the way. Cost him literally nothing. Do fundraisers for his stream so that way he can actually affect political change. Talking about Vosh, when we're looking at this as a good comparison, donating to literally Palestinian children and doing a fundraiser there, then didn't he, the PayPal fees, he covered the PayPal fees with his own money, based as hell, doing Planned Parenthood charity and shit like that. All of that shit he could do. Fundraisers and shit that he doesn't even have to directly donate to, but just simply weaponize his audience to be able to actually get involved politically, get them involved in that kind of a process. That's what I would want him to do. It's that fucking simple. I'm not telling him to donate trillions of dollars of his money, but just to simply politically activate his viewers. When you watch Hasan, what are you politically activated to do? You're politically activated to maybe put a black square on your fucking Twitter profile or on your Instagram profile.
Good morning, smile.
That's it. That's the only thing you're politically activated to do. That's the only thing he tells you to do. Yeah, maybe do that. Maybe. That's all he tells you to do. That's it. That's all he tells you to do. It's like, dude, you could do so much better for literally nothing. There is no fucking downside to doing a fundraiser. There's no downside to getting one of your mods to do one of those, to have a DSA tunnel. There's no downside to any of these things. But he refuses to do it consistently. There is no urge or push to get anybody in his community to be politically active. They're just slacktivists. All right? They're
Shaming single pool households.
They're like, hey, fuck, I liked a tweet from Hasan that said, fuck billionaires. That's my monthly contribution to the cause. And then they just go back to jerking off inside of their fucking suburban gated neighborhoods. And then they think that they won the day. There is no political advocacy amongst his, shit, and it's just so dumb.
Itself is not about fucking becoming a hotbed for misinformation that, your grandparents fucking are gonna die because they didn't get the vaccine. The harm itself is, just, not informing the investors appropriately so they can make the right financial decisions. As far as structural outages goes, Facebook thing is relatively minor, a few hundred of millions of dollars lost at most. If a similar outage hit AWS, Cloudflare, Akamai, etc., no one's credit card would work. I expect the losses would be in the billions, if not trillions. Breaking, Twitter records its highest number of people on its platform at the one time. That's right, baby. This is the Facebook CEO. I have the worst community on the internet. Let's get to the real victims of Facebook's, business model falling apart a little bit. The motherfucker is the merchants of outrage, okay? Outrage is a business model. How Ben Shapiro is using Facebook to build an empire. We already know that. Ben Shapiro got really upset at what was going on with Facebook and Congress actually looking into Facebook. Understand that the Facebook whistleblower story is just the next step in the never-ending Democrat media quest to cudgel Facebook into quashing alternative media. What happened? I thought you guys hated Facebook. I mean, they literally did this. When they were in power, they cry-bullied their way into Republicans in Congress investigating Facebook so that Facebook would no longer censor Republican speech on the platform. And now the Democrats are doing their version of that. And by the way, I do think that Facebook is horrible, and it's misinformation algo 1000% allows Ben Shapiro to maintain relevance while simultaneously making millions of fucking old people more brain poisoned than they previously were. Worse than fucking Fox News. Eric Erickson says the left is out to destroy Facebook because they see it as the one social media platform where conservatives are not.
I'm not sure I agree that Facebook is worse than Fox News, but I'm open to the argument.
Censored enough. Everything else they say about privacy, etc., is a smokescreen for the fact that they can't stand that Ben Shapiro and other conservatives do well there. Guys, I was on a panel years ago at VidCon talking about misinformation, and there was this expert that they had on. He was an academic, literally, and I think he was there on behalf of Facebook and defending Facebook. And on that panel, I literally got up and I was like, this is all fucking horseshit. Facebook is working alongside the Heritage Foundation to game the algo. The Heritage Foundation at the time was literally consulting Facebook to ensure fairness. And what that meant was, of course, the Heritage Foundation, for those of you who don't know, is a right-wing think tank. They traffic in misinformation regularly. This is what they do. This was basically what was going on. The Heritage Foundation had literally been working with Facebook even before conservatives started crying about how Facebook was censoring conservatives. The Facebook whistleblower is one of the most transparent political ploys we've seen in a long time. She's a Democrat operative whose primary beef with Facebook is that they don't censor right-wing content enough. She hasn't revealed any actual secrets about a company. A farce. Yeah, she hasn't. Actually, she hasn't. This is just an admission. These people are literally admitting that Facebook has been helping them, and they're upset that Facebook has been helping them with their misinformation algorithm, that if they curbed back and actually took like a serious approach to dealing with misinformation on the platform, would, in the words of insiders at Facebook, ruin their monetization strategy. Less people would be on the platform overall. Less money to make overall.
Yeah. The Facebook whistleblower was Frances Haugen yesterday, and this is the new Facebook whistleblower. And let's look at what she had to say on 60 Minutes.
Misinformation and political unrest.
He started accusing,
the company
he started chastising frauds for being homosexual.
Says evidence shows that the company is lying to the public about making significant progress against hate, violence, and misinformation.
Hate, violence, misinformation.
When we live in an information environment that is full of angry, hateful, polarizing content,
Predator
it erodes our civic trust.
Can you turn around so I can finish?
It erodes our...
Dude, what is this bit, dude? Like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, Jesus, these people are so fucking shit. These are like dog shit humans, man, that are making these fucking stupid ass fucking comments.
Our ability to want to...
It's just brilliant commentary, dude. Yeah, brilliant commentary from people saying, like, I want to jerk off to her, but I can't because she's unattractive. Meanwhile, you look like this, dude. Like, what are you saying? Do you even, like, it's so fucking corny, dude. It's like weaponized massage. I can't believe that I'm saying this because, like, I make misogynistic jokes from time to time. I make it ironically. People still get mad at me. I make edgy jokes from time to time as well. People still get mad at me. But this is literally like, you couldn't come up with anything clever. So you're just like, oh, that's a woman. So she's, I'm trying to jerk off to her. Like, it's coming from a place where you're not even trying to make a joke. You're just trying to be hateful. You know what I mean? Like, socialism is literally about getting paid more. If there's any way to like reduce Marxist principles to a singular fucking statement in the most reductive way possible, socialism unironically is about making sure that you make more money.
Not chimped. Totally accurate.
You literally just saw a woman, and that's why you're like, yeah, I'm trying to jerk off, but she's ugly, so she needs to turn around. Bitch, casting stones from a glass house. Okay.
Now, to keep Facebook from being dangerous, be aware of what she's saying. It's dangerous if people are allowed to spread misinformation. Well, what's misinformation?
Please read my last message, please.
Yep, that was something. You're not allowed to suggest that originally, right when they said there would be 2 million deaths in America, you weren't allowed to suggest that would be incorrect. When they said that masks don't work, don't wear masks, you were not allowed to say, actually, that's not true if used in the appropriate hospital setting. And of course, now you're not allowed to say, actually, masks may not be as effective if not used in their appropriate hospital setting with these certain set of guidelines. In those cases, of course, masks are appropriate and masks can work if you follow the guidelines that we've always had for masks. I've got to be very, very careful.
Very careful.
Otherwise, it could be misinformation.
I know.
When you had people saying it was a mortality rate in the general population of 4%. You couldn't say, actually, these doctors say that it is significantly more comparable to, let's just say, less deadly viruses or diseases than one that might kill you at 4% getting into.
What? Dude, this is fucking...
Yeah, I don't know what this bit is.
Consistently been wrong from start to finish on everything COVID related. And he's still, like, other conservatives at the very least, like, move on from the original misinformation. Steven Crowder's like, nah, I'm bringing that shit back.
You couldn't say, actually, these doctors say that it is significantly more comparable to, let's just say, less deadly viruses or diseases than one that might kill you at 4% getting into borderline polio territory. That's misinformation.
700,000 people have died, dude. 730,000 almost have died since the beginning of COVID. There is no other way to account for the additional deaths that have occurred over the course of the past year and a half. Nothing. And that's in America, by the way. It's just so strange.
All right, Baguette Seeker. Your account is old enough. October 9th, 2015 is when it was created. Do you want to get inside of Discord for me, buddy? You want to get inside of Discord? And just so we're clear, I'm talking about you. That's my link. Oh, got a huge delay? Well, good thing there isn't a huge delay in Discord. So you're gonna get in Discord? Do we? I would like you to get in Discord, is what I'm stating. Oh no, you just read my comment, NVM. Just get in Discord, I know you can hear me. Go ahead. What do you want to discuss? Well, you clearly have a problem with all of the shit that I said about Hasan. So I'd like you to back up all of your positions. You said Hasan never said rich should individually give their money away, Keck W. Since when is this not true? Like, does somebody want to bring up the Mark Zuckerberg shit where he was talking about how Mark Zuckerberg should give a percentage of his money away because it can, like, solve world hunger, whatever the fuck he said. I think it was in a Destiny video when he actually changed his numbers. It was a tweet that he had made. Also, every comment he has ever made about Jeff Bezos, he's never the kind of leftist advocating for individuals' incentives as a solution for capitalism. You're wrong. You're simply wrong, okay? And even and you know what? Let's grant that you're right. Why does he shit on Jeff Bezos then? Why wouldn't he simply say that we should just advocate for policies against what Jeff Bezos does, or against for taxing Jeff Bezos more? Why does he shit on Jeff Bezos for making so much money, and has said on multiple different occasions that Jeff Bezos makes so much money that he could solve X, Y, and Z issues if Jeff Bezos isn't morally responsible for those issues? That'd be the same as me saying, well, Hasan bought a house. Well, apparently, according to you, he has no personal responsibility with his individual cash. So if you're not being obtuse, you know that he's not saying that. I mean, that's my genuine understanding of his position. Cool, I'm telling you to defend it. Okay, I hate doing this. I hate having discussions in out here. You have 60 seconds to get in Discord, or I will ban you.
To constantly fucking bring this concept back up and act like fucking doctors are still doing something like strange and suspicious about COVID numbers still.
Let's be really, really clear when she says we want to get misinformation and I lost a friend to misinformation, and they continually recite rules like hate speech. If anyone uses the term hate speech, this is someone who believes in an authoritarian government. Hate speech is not a thing.
His hypocrisy isn't inherently because he's a socialist, it's because he's criticizing of wealth hoarding, in which he does himself. Yeah, pretty much. Not trying to be that guy, but you should blow your nose. Pulling it in so frequently can have health issues sometimes. Okay. It's not really like I don't have to blow my nose, though. It's one of the most obvious examples of Hasan's double standards regarding exploitation. What is this? Jesus Christ, this is from the vaults, man. This is from the vaults.
Dude, honestly, tell me this is not the best argument for expropriation. Tell me that you are currently living a middle class life, and you look at this, and I'm sure a lot of you in the chat are currently going, well, you know what? I want this life. You know what? One day I want.
Oh no, he projected it onto the chat, dude. Oh no, the projection, dude. Oh no, dude. Oh, I didn't get the projection, dude.
I want to get this life for myself. Well, there's another option, okay?
Oh no.
Take it. Take it away from those who fucking who flex it in your face. Take it away from those who only occupy this space that could comfortably provide shelter.
I mean, all right, dude, Bammy, that's okay. I'm not coming to have a voice call on Hasan now. Suck my feet. All right, buddy. You have a good one. See you later.
For dozens of people for the entire year, and yet it is empty for the most part, so that this dipshit can have a party over the weekend, dude.
Cool.
It does not exist. It is not real. It is an all-encompassing term that allows someone to determine what is too offensive to be spoken. See Australia. See Canada, where comedians and pastors get jailed.
Yeah,
absolutely. But not if your mother's living in it, of course. Isn't there an argument that Bezos and Musk are so rich that relatively to them, even Hasan and other multimillionaires are nothing? Not that I agree with it. Sure, but that doesn't change what we call principles, right? So when we employ principles, we're talking about how individuals should conduct themselves on a universal basis, right? And when you're making the claim that you have so much wealth that you, like, can advocate for the political positions that you believe in, you should take a principled approach to that political advocacy. Otherwise, I could be Jeff Bezos. Let me give you an example, right? So Hasan says, I as an individual cannot affect political change, so I'm going to refuse to. First off, that's bullshit. We know that's objectively bullshit. He could literally payroll like half of a fucking a mayor's goddamn election. No, so that's absolute bullshit. First off and foremost, but he says it, so let's run with it. Why couldn't I say the same thing as Jeff Bezos? Why couldn't I just be like, yeah, all of my shit's in stocks. If I pull it out, I'm gonna have to pay huge taxes on it. I just can't afford to do this. I can't afford to bankroll somebody else's shit, so I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not personally responsible for changing the system. You are responsible for changing the system. I'm not personally responsible for it, right? Because that's my belief. I don't think Jeff Bezos is personally responsible for changing the system. The democratic institutions are. We as people going to the voting booths are responsible for changing the systems in the way that we want to. That's what our responsibility is, right? He has no argument against Jeff Bezos taking that position, but he wants him to take that position. That's the issue, right? He's saying Jeff Bezos is a piece of shit. Well, why? He's doing the exact same thing you are. He as an individual cannot change the entire system, which is objectively true. He can't. So, he can just kick back, chill, and enjoy his $3 million mansion with porn stars near the pool. That's what he can do. Because he can't change the individual system. No individual can change the entire system, so they get the same exact out that Hasan has. Bezos doesn't produce
If
shit.
we are trying to compare people now, Hasan is probably like God compared to 90% of currently living humans, and like 99.999% of ever living humans.
True.
What? Hate speech is not a thing? What the fuck?
Please explain to these socialists in chat that hoarding wealth is against their principles. Well, I mean, obviously it is. I mean, why are you complaining about people that hoard wealth unless you don't like people who hoard wealth? Wait, like, am I expected to believe that if Jeff Bezos didn't have $1 billion, you would go after him? Because there are people like Jeff Bezos that don't have billions of dollars. They're called people that own have put money into an index fund. I have money in Amazon. A lot of people have money in Amazon because they buy into like index funds that like diversify their fucking assets into a stock that tracks all of these different things. So yeah, there you go. I own stock in that shit. So is it not the owning stock, or is it the amount of money that you have? What is it? Like, what is it? And I know, like, people are going to be like, well, what it's really about is how ethically you source that money. Okay. So you cool with Drake? You think Drake is perfectly fine? Like, whatever? Because, like, Drake has hundreds of billions of dollars or whatever, and it's like, hey, fuck it, dude. He's like, hey, what it is. Drake doesn't hire people. He has like a bunch of contractors. But so does Hasan. That's his editor. He has a contractor. Stop the steal.
No, it's definitely.
This is what I mean. If you get into this headspace, this really stupid, shallow headspace, thank God that, like, Vosh, at least, to my knowledge, acknowledged that there might be an issue when it comes to, like, socialism and contract work. Because you're fucked if you do that. What do you do if I, as an individual, am never hiring anybody, but just contracting other people to do work for me for pay? You're fucked. There's nothing you can do. I don't hire anybody. I don't employ anybody, so they don't require equity. I'm my own man. I just give other people money to do tasks. The same way that Hasan pays editors to edit his videos. He got that take from Destiny about it? I have no idea if he did. I just have one question. Does God know everything? Nice.
Dang.
Gig economy, exactly. If I pay a dude to deliver food to my house, do I have to give him equity on what, like my job? My other job? No. Why would I? Okay, what if this dude signs a contract with me to provide me labor, right? In that they're transporting X or Y, Z good, but they're not an employee. I don't employ them. Do I have to give them equity in any profits I make? See, this is where it gets ridiculous. And you realize it's the same exact thing as a video editor situation. Because I contract a video editor and am I not required to give them any rev share? Any equity? Like, fuck you. Like, what a shallow understanding.
The pastor was a rapist? Wait, what is this? I love when they fucking make this shit up. Hold on. The Canadian
labor. We must compensate labor with equity until I feel like that labor benefits me and I don't have to contract that labor with equity. And I can just maybe pay them a little bit of money. Maybe that's if they're lucky. And, if they're exalted, maybe give them rev share.